The Ember Inspector Data tab is a powerful way to view and experiment with all the information that you've stored in Ember Data models. So here on the left, we have a list of all the types of Ember Data models that we've created. So everything that extends ds.model is here. And then the number beside it shows how many records have been loaded to the client. This particular app is not very well optimized for large amounts, so we've loaded over 2,000 records of the type attack. In a typical app, you would want to keep these numbers lower. When you click on one of these, it then shows you every record of that type. It'll show you the ID as well as other attributes, although you should note that it doesn't show you every attribute right in this view. There is a way to get to that later. And up top, we have new, modified, and clean tabs. What that means is if you just create a new record, then it'll show up here. We don't have any. If you modify a record, it'll show up here. And if it's synced to the server, it'll show up in clean. Currently, everything is clean. So we can click on one of these. It'll bring up the inspector. Notice that there are indeed more fields than are just shown here. Then we can change one of these. We'll change caves to caverns. So notice that it changes here. This is now caverns. And this record is also blue. That's a sign that it's modified. And as you can see, it shows up under the modified filter, but not under the clean filter. Now let's look at the object inspector. Back in episode 17, we spent the whole episode exploring what you could get out of the object inspector. However, in the Ember Data tab, when you're exploring an Ember Data model, then there are a few extra things that you have to think about. So attributes are the Ember attributes, the ones that you define using ds.adder. Then you have your belongs to and has many tabs with those attributes right there. It's convenient that they're separated out. You have the Ember Data flags, which help determine the life cycle. And also ds.model has stuff to help determine the life cycle as well. Own properties, honestly, I'm not sure exactly how those are useful to you, but they're there. And then subclass of ds.model includes everything that's not defined under ds.adder, ds.hasmany, or ds.belongs to. So typically this is a lot of computed properties, although I have the item sorting hard-coded, and that shows up here as well. And then way down here, you've got stuff in Ember Core Object, which everyone has. We'll have an episode on concatenated properties sometime soon. And that is the Data tab on Ember Inspector. I hope that was useful to you guys. If there's something specific that you'd like me to cover, tweet at me at Jeffrey Biles, and I'll see what I can do. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next week.